Boston as Smart gets up the first shot. For Boston, first game without Kemba Walker. They are 14 and 16. Injuries starting to become a big story in the NBA playoffs as we continue on here. And for the Celtics, they are without some big people. And the Celtics with Tatum at the controls. Went for 50 and 40 in his last two games.
One defensively, Boston able to get a stop, but then at the top in the circle, to get a straight line drive against this Brooklyn Nets defense.
James Harden guarded by Romeo Langford. Second consecutive start for Langford. On the take goes Harden, scores it with a left hand.
That's going to be in front of him, in particular when he gets his head down and he's determined to get to the basket. And speaking of which, Tristan Thompson.
Head down to the basket himself. Thompson's been a beast on the offensive boards. He leads these playoffs in offensive rebound as Kyrie Irving misses his first try. Evan Fournier with the rebound. Brooklyn won game 1 and 2. Scored 130 points in game 2. Celtics had a surprising victory in game 3. Came off the deck to win their first game at TD Garden. And then the Nets won in Boston. So that's where we are, 3-1 in this series. Marcus, he got off to a good start in game 4. He made his first 2 threes and then missed 7 consecutive three-pointers. So now Smart missing 8 in a row. There's Joe Harris. Speaking of threes, he comes up empty.
Yeah, I mean, but closeout games, BA, we talk about it all the time. How difficult they are, despite maybe having more talent with the Nets. You still have to match the energy of this Boston Celtics team early on. They're not going to go without a fight.
And there's Romeo. Fascinating to watch Langford tonight. Guys like Romeo Langford joining him with some of their younger players. Peyton Pritchard and Aaron Nee go along in this game. I think Brad Stevens has no choice, Jimmy, but to give them a lot. See how they match up against all this talent with the Nets.
Well, and if you're one of those younger players that you named, Jason Tatum getting down the lane and Tristan doing what he does best as offensive rebound, you would look forward to the extended minutes in the pressurized situation to prove what you could do to the coaching staff.
Here goes Harden, and so the Nets are 0 for 4 from behind the arc. Marcus Smart will let one fly. Now he's missed 9 consecutive threes. Going back to game 4. Thought he was fouled. Harden on the take. And Harden scores as Fournier hits the deck. It is James. Tatum now fires a 3 over Griffin. And Thompson pushed in the back. That'll be a loose ball foul on Harden and the Nets.
So player having some issues right now. And again, this part of the season, I say it all the time, everybody that's playing has a little something going on. You know, playing with some kind of small injury. You just have to play through it mentally.
Celtics turn it over. Harden scoring all 6 thus far. Gets the steal. First steal for Brooklyn. Here's Kevin Durant, and he has been a killer in mid-range in this series so far. Cannot hit that one. Poor shooting start for Brooklyn. Just 3 for 8. Now Tatum kicks it. Marcus Smart open again, and he misses again. Up ahead on the run out is Kyrie Irving, who elevates and scores.
There's 2 games where Kyrie got the tip back box just a little bit, like throwing it down without touching the rim. I like it.
Evan Fournier hits a 3-pointer. Going to have to join Tatum as the number 2 scorer to Tatum. Fournier coming to the Celtics from Orlando. Harden gives it back to Harris. Harris on the drive. And Harris finishes.
On the deck and attacking off the dribble and not just be solely a catch-and-shoot guy. Right there you saw where that work paid off.
Here's Romeo Langford. Comes up short, gets his own. Langford on the attack. And defended well by Griffin. Now Thompson with an offensive board. And he is fouled.
BA, to think that how we look at this trade 8 years later when it was deemed so lopsided back in 2013.
Yeah, you don't know how things change and play out. Now, keep in mind, Boston been through some things, injuries that kind of curtailed some stuff. Blake Griffin getting down the lane, but it's interesting how it comes around. Young had the momentum going, but now it's the Nets that find themselves in a position to really compete for a title this year.
Well, Sean Marks coming through that Spurs organization and getting a chance to run this team. It's Romeo Langford hit 15 to 20. There's a lot of branches off that Greg Popovich tree. R.C. Buford and Greg Popovich in San Antonio. Marks is one of those, and you know, there was a steady plan. We didn't have an idea what was going on behind the scenes with the Nets as they were trying to clear some money and trying to get themselves in a position to compete, and it all changed.
One interesting trivia question that has come about here during this series. We know that Kyrie Irving's one. Who has led Boston in a single season in scoring that is currently now on the Nets? Jimmy, do you know the other guy other than Kyrie Irving?
Oh, wait. What was that question? Oh, wait. I was watching it.
Going some curveballs.
Man, you trying to get at me. Hold up. Yeah, how quickly I rattled that off. That was, I even amazed myself on that.
Here goes Kyrie Irving, and Irving scores the layup.